Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good.
So I'm not so excited right now about what I have to do. I put it off all the time. Every year I say it will be different, but it never is. And now I have to deal with it due to procrastination. Before I get started on it, let's take a little look-see of what I'm dealing with. When I bought this house, I did not have a fence. I put the fence in myself, and the wife and I decided that we wanted to not tie in to any fences or, butt up next to them, so we kind of encapsulated our whole backyard with our own fence. That left an area about 3 feet wide of my property that I'm supposed to maintain, and laziness gets the better of me. So let's see what I'm dealing with. Yeah, that sucks. What sucks more is the amount of poison ivy, poison oak, poison whatever, anything that can give you a rash is back there. Add in some rabbit nests, spiders, slugs, probably some snakes, and it's just a hodgepodge of everything you don't want to deal with. As long as I don't run into a skunk, I'm probably going to be okay. So I contemplated last year to tear down the fence section, got approval and all that good stuff from the HOA, but once I started kind of getting into the work, I did remove one section to make room for the trampoline and get things planned out for the backyard renovation. When it came time to remove that back fence though, wow, that was a lot of work and a lot of extra material I had to dispose of and deal with and all that. So I didn't get very far. I have this one little half section. I left it as a half so I can hop over instead of putting a gate in because I didn't feel like buying more gate stuff. But that's right here. And here's a pretty good shot of what I have to deal with. I probably could make some poke salad today if I wanted to, but I've never done that before and I'd probably poison myself and die, which a few commenters would probably like. I also have this leftover wood and stuff back here, so I'm going to pull all that out first because I actually need to use some of that for some little projects and whatnot. Found a freaking mole. Now we just have this piece to bring out, then we can get to whippersnippering. Not the most stable work surface, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, all that's out of there. Let's take a moment real quick though to check the status of that guy. Y'all remember when I pruned that back to the ground? If not, I'll pop a little linky link up in there so y'all can look at that. Took it to the ground. It's now over 6 feet tall, so what I read was right. Super awesome. A little bit of nut sedge that came up with it. Had to deal with that. Got some of that. We just got to deal with. Okay, all suited up now. Borrowed Blondie's jacket to protect my arms. Didn't feel like putting a long sleeve shirt on, so I'm just wearing a black jacket. Makes sense with the heat. Got the whippersnipper. Getting ready to hop over the fence and get to work. We found the one mole. Let's see what other kind of creatures we find. So I have my safety glasses on. Super important you wear these when you have to do something like this. The amount of poison ivy and all that other crap back here, in addition to everything that's going to be flinging around because it's a super confined space. Don't want to get anything in my eyes. Plus, I've had poison ivy in my eyes before and it sucked. I catch poison ivy by looking at it now. Probably when I was like in first grade. It was like about 3 weeks till school was out, and me and my buddies got a great idea to strip down into our underwear and roll around in a patch of poison ivy. So we didn't have to go to school anymore and we could start summer break. Well, that worked out okay for me because I didn't get any. My friends though, however, oh man, they were miserable for like 2 months. So wear your safety glasses and don't roll around in poison ivy in your underwear.
You weren't nice, but now I am telling you I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever, ever would have believed them, no reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see, but now the never, ever, ever seem to be over. I saw her, so I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star, and in a week or two I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track.
All cleaned up now. Got a good shower. Scrubbed myself down with some poison ivy soap. Only had a slight rash reaction to the pine tar that was in that, but that's okay. Better than a poison ivy rash. So behind the fence, all cleared out. Gonna come up with a solution here in the next day or so to prevent me from having to do that again. Let's look at the aftermath now from my clean out. Have that right there. Gonna go ahead and break that down, repurpose a lot of that for my little wood rack thing behind the shed. Need to also get around to burning what's in here and what's there. That was the remnants of the willow tree that we pruned back. Going to show you some more of the dirty work that needs to be done. You've seen it in bits, but I've never talked about it. So here's this leftover dirt and where I've been dumping grass clippings. This dirt was the topsoil that I brought in when I did my backyard last year. This was all like clods and everything left over. The dirt I got was absolutely terrible. They said it was screened and all this great stuff, and it was absolute crap quality. Not much I could do with it. You know, it's like, oh, I'd pay them come back out and scrape it up or argue with them, but the owner of the place I bought it from is a jerk, so we're not going to deal with that. But I do have to deal with the leftover dirt. I'm going to probably spread it around. Then I have all those leftover blocks down on the other side of the yard. I'm going to make like maybe like a mini retaining wall in a spot, and I want to build some compost bins because I do have a garden going. Put food scraps in there and just to help kind of keep some dirt. I always need dirt. Something went banging around in the background, blowing in the wind. I think it was the kids' boogie boards that they leave outside even though I told them not to. So right here my plan is some compost bins. Over here I need to finish the roof on this and then order probably 3 ricks of firewood. I have a ton of leftover edging that I ripped up when I did my hand cut stuff. Some leftover material here. The old upright drum smoker. I only use it for pizzas now, since I like smoking on the Weber better than that thing, because it's easier. Gonna make a little covered area for that, even though it has a cover. Got an old Robolini that Home Depot somehow had here, and I got it for like 20 bucks. That died a couple years ago. We gotta get rid of that guy. There's some beverage cans, a pump sprayer that exploded on me. But this will all be cleaned up here in the next couple days. Got to deal with washout here from my crap rubber mulch. I'm honestly probably going to remove it all around here. And I think, I've been thinking hard, I think all the TIFGRAN is going to get pulled up and put into the backyard. And back here is just going to be like a mulch bed and everything. And that way it'll allow me like a kind of like a working area. I did try mowing the TIFGRAN like a week or two ago with the reel. And while it was doable, it was super bumpy and it was all over the place. And it's not that big of an area, and I'd rather have this grass put elsewhere. We'll see on that. You got to see me take care of behind the fence and that just nastiness. I showed you some undesirable areas of my lawn that don't usually get shown. They're not on Instagram. They're usually not in videos regularly. But I decided, hey, let's show everyone what is the nasty parts of the lawn, because usually everyone sees the good stuff. People pick and choose and show you those best areas. I hope you all really enjoyed watching me work behind the fence and then take a look at the parts of the yard that I don't show that often, or don't show on purpose, or actually don't ever talk about. But I figured let's talk about those, because everyone has those areas of their lawn or yard where, you know, things are stored, they're works in progress, you have stuff that you don't know what to do with. And I figured let's show you. I'm working on getting all that fixed up. It's one of my goals. I'm almost done with that. The next big area that I'm tackling, and you all have seen it quite a bit though, is the swale. I have all the elevation marked. I know what I have to do. So I just need to get some material. I need to extend where my gutters come out, move that a little bit further along. My neighbor put in a drain like 5 years ago that doesn't really work, so I've been talking to him and we're gonna work together to get that fixed on his part, and maybe me tie into it. I don't know. I don't think there's any code issues for that, but there could be, so I need to look into that. And that'll help get everything situated. I did start a little bit and added some of those rocks just to see how things would work and that area before the downspouts graded, so I'm cool there. But enough about that for now, because I'll have a whole other video coming on that. So thank you all for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button, ding the bell if you haven't done any of that already, and we're gonna see you again next time.